Hi guys, welcome back. So this is my semi-glam look. I'm going to be outside doing like a happy hour, so I didn't want anything crazy. So please stay tuned if you want to see how I got this look. I really hope you like it. So to start this look, I go in with my primer. This is the Mercier Blemish-less primer. And I just use the two little dots. And I like to blend this all throughout my face. So just rub it in very lightly. You don't want to pull out your skin. And then I really tap it in to make sure it sets. So while that dries, I do my eyebrows. So I like to just brush them out. And now I'm going in with the Benefit Gimme Brow. I don't like to do anything crazy with my brow. So I just kind of outline my natural shape. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Carly Bible palette, but first I'm going to prime my eye. This one's from LA Girl Cosmetics. And I like to blend this out with my finger. The warmth from my finger just blends it in nicely. So to start with the eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, the yellowish color tone shade, and I'm going to put this all over my lid. So you could be kind of free-handed with this, you don't need to be too precise. And I'm just using a regular eyeshadow brush. And now for the crease, I'm going to be using more of like a pointed eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be using the two mauve type colors. And you don't want to do too much, so make sure you blow off the excess. So you're just going to blend this out. And I usually like to connect the lid, anything from the crease to the corner. And a trick I use is you could use this as an eye cream. I use the tip of it to really get a precise line. You can do it free-handed. I'll do that in the next lid just to show you. So now taking the brown color with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to be doing the corners of my eyes. I like to use a fluffy brush just to have a lighter hand with this. This just gives it more of like a smoky, contoured type look. Now with the flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to go in with the light gold color, and this just makes my eyes pop. And now, using the same fluffy brush but with nothing on it, I'm going to blend out any of the harsh lines. And since I don't have any foundation or concealer on, it's very easy to wipe away any of the fallout from the eyeshadow. And now to color correct all my red scars, I'm using the green color corrector from LA Girl Cosmetics. And I'm going to put a light amount. You don't want anything too crazy. You don't want it to show through. And I'm going to pat this in with a damp beauty blender. And now I'm color correcting underneath my eyes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in a yellowish tone just to get away any of the redness underneath my eyes. They're all the red or purple colors. So now I'm taking my foundation. Right now I'm using the Makeup Forever HD. I use 2 pumps and I'm in the shade Y245. And I'm going to be using my beauty blender. You can use a brush. I usually switch off, but tonight I just thought I would keep it all the beauty blender. So I just like to even this throughout my whole face. I really only put a second layer on my jawline and cheeks where I have those scars. The rest of my face I like to keep light so it could breathe. And I do like to bring my foundation a little bit underneath my jawline. I don't want any harsh lines of where it ends. So now I'm going in with my concealer. This is actually my backup one. This is from e.l.f. I usually use the Maybelline Age Rewind, but I just ran out. So this one's the closest I could find to my skin tone, so I figured it would work. I'm just patting this in with the damp beauty blender as well. Whatever I couldn't blend in with the beauty blender, I'm going to take this brush. This is from e.l.f. and this just gets really in the corner so I don't get any creases. So right after I do my concealer, I like to set it with my Mercier translucent powder. And I like to do this step immediately after so that no creases can come. I feel that when your concealer dries and there's creases, there's no going back. So I use a fair amount of this. I really like a smooth under eye. And then I'm also going to put this on my forehead, around my mouth where my laugh lines are, and my chin. I'm skipping my forehead for now just because I'm going to go in with the liquid contour, and I don't like to do powder and then liquid. So now to contour, I'm going in with my Kat Von D palette, and I'm using the gray shade all the way to the left. I like to keep this fairly close to my hairline. I don't like to bring this too far down. And then I do my temples, and whatever is left over I use on my jawline. I don't like to do too much on my jawline. So now to contour my nose, I'm using the LA Girl Cosmetics, and I'm just doing two thin lines pretty close together just to straighten out my nose and make it look thinner. And now I'm going to pat this in with my finger. I really just want to get it precise where the line is. You don't want it to be too close together or too far off your nose, so I like to use my finger for this. And then when I'm done with that, I go in with the beauty blender once it's all blended out. And now this brush is from e.l.f. It's kind of like the NARS one, but way cheaper. And I'm just going in with the same contour shade, and I'm just going over exactly what I just did with the liquid. I find that this just mattifies it and makes it look more natural. And once again, just blend that out with the beauty blender. I really use the beauty blender almost every step of my makeup. I find blending is key. So now for bronzer, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, which is my favorite. And you could be more free-handed with this, so you could go higher up, closer to your temple, and a little bit lower down on your face. Now I like to do any areas that the sun would naturally hit, so I like to do the middle of my forehead and the temples as well. I do like to bring this down on my neck and chest just to make it match my body. Nothing too crazy though, you don't want it obvious. And now I'm going to blend out my contour line. I don't like any harsh lines, especially I'll be outside, so you know the lighting will be very bright. And now I'm going in with a pink blush, and I'm doing the apples of my cheeks, and I'm bringing it up towards my temple. And then to cut the harshness of the pink, I'm using the orange shade from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just going over that and adding a little bit of my nose just for some color in the middle of my face. And now for my favorite step, I'm going to highlight, and I'm using the Carly Bible palette, the two lightest shades. And I'm just doing the tops of my cheekbones, above my brow, below my brow, basically any high point of your face. And I do my Cupid's bow, and then with a more precise brush, I'm going to do down the center of my nose. You want to make sure that this line is very straight because it'll give more of a straighter illusion for your nose. And now I pat everything in with the beauty blender. Once again, I like everything to look blended and natural. And now I'm going over that with the MAC highlight. This is the Soft and Gentle. This is my favorite highlight. And now for the eyes, I'm going in with my MAC Chiseled Eyeliner brush, and I'm using the Maybelline pot of eyeliner. And I like to keep the line on the top lash very, very thin. So sorry I'm looking down the whole time, but I really had to pay attention. So now I'm doing the bottom lash line. And now I'm just curling my lashes. For mascara, I feel like you could use drugstore. So one is Maybelline, and the second one, I don't know the name. It's just a black tube that says Voluminous on it. But the pink Maybelline, I really like to just use as a primer to my lashes and just to continue to curl them. And then the one in the black tube is just a thicker brush, so I like to use this to add volume. So now I'm just going to smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm using the same two colors I used on my crease, and I'm just going to use a forward back motion. The key is to stay very close to the bottom lash line. You don't want anything to be too low down. So now I'm taking the Scandinavia finishing spray. This just really locks in my look and really helps to prevent getting excess oil. And I usually do 3 to 4 pumps. And after this is dried for a few seconds, I like to go back in with the beauty blender and just make sure it's really soaked in. You don't want to do anything too crazy and mess up the work you just did. So now moving on to lips, I start with chapstick, and now I'm going to exfoliate my lips with the Mint Julep by Lush. It's their lip scrub. I like to exfoliate anytime before I use a liquid lipstick. So now going in with the Stila, this is in the Carmelo color, and I like to use very little. I find less is key. The more I put, I feel like it gets bally, so I like to just do a quick swipe. And that's it for this makeup look. So I decided to pair this makeup look with a simple outfit. So I went with a black jumpsuit from American Apparel. It's a halter neck, so the whole back's open, with some leather booties, and this faux fur. It's like a black and white, almost like cow looking vest. Just wanted to keep it very simple. Alright guys, so my sister just picked me up and we're on our way. Say hi. Alright, so I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to try to do more get ready with me and makeup stuff, so I hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.